Hello and welcome to Sports Fan Entertainment. We're for the fourth straight week. I'm going to begin this video by saying, same old Tennessee Titans. And man, I'm just getting sick of it, man. I'm just getting sick of it. I'm getting tired of it. I'm getting over it. I'm already over it. I'm done. It's ridiculous right now in Tennessee. It's the same old thing. And I don't know. Well, I have a couple theories as to why, but still, I really can't even believe how consistently inconsistent this team is while still being very consistent because, it's actually very consistent in how inconsistent this team is, and they consistently win 9 games. And it seems as if we're headed towards that. Although, right now we're on pace for like 7-9, but it seems like we're headed for that again. And it's really bizarre. Like, no teams in the NFL are this consistently mediocre, or I would say mediocre, but just this consistently decent, I guess. I don't even know what word to describe. I don't want to say mediocre. I guess I want to say average, but if you've been honest for the past 3 years, that's slightly above average, right? That's not 8-8. That's one game above average. So I don't want to say average, but it's just so middling. Let me say it. It's just we're middling. It's incredible, and we just keep seeing the same games. We've seen this game before. This is not a new game that we saw today. We've seen this game from this team multiple times over the past 4 years. This is nothing new. This is nothing new. This was yet another Bills-Titans game. We saw a Bills-Titans game last year that was just like this. It was just like this. What was the difference between that game and this? There is a couple of details that we're about to get into that were different, but overall, it's the same thing. Absolutely same thing. So, my main problem, I think this franchise is in trouble. I think it's in big trouble. I think it needs saving, and I don't think they're going to realize it until it's too late, and then we'll see what's going to happen after that. Number one for me, Mike Vrabel is an idiot. And I said this last week. And a lot of you thought I was joking. I'm not. The guy is actually a moron. He actually is not an intelligent guy. This is actually a true thing that I'm saying. He's actually not. So after last week, when he made still a worse decision than today, but when he made probably one of the worst coaching decisions I've ever seen in my life last week, deciding to go for it on that fourth down in Falcons territory, we were up by 2 touchdowns instead of taking a field goal to go up by 3 scores. And I told you, I don't care that we won the game. I don't care that we were probably going to win the game anyway. That coaching decision makes no sense. Literally none. Only an idiot does that type of thing. And eventually, and probably soon, Mike will make a decision that will lose us a football game. I told you then. And you need to watch out for stuff like this. You need to watch everything. Even when you're up in a game, you need to watch what your coach is doing, because whenever times get tough, it's an indication of how he's going to react when things get tough and he has to make a critical decision. You can tell what his decision making is like. So we saw that last week. We seen him going for it in the Chargers game last year. We seen him inexplicably go for it in random times and then not go for it when he should. And overall, his coaching decisions since being in Tennessee have been overall the big decisions when you have to go for it or not go for it, or try to strategize, mid-game, or try to make adjustments. He stinks. He can't do it. But then today, people, okay, Cairo Santos stinks, and we're gonna get into Cairo Santos. Cairo Santos stinks. How on earth, on this planet, maybe I'm on the wrong planet, but on earth, how can you trot out Cairo Santos again? And not only again, but how can you trot him out for a 53-yarder? This guy just missed from 36. And you're going to trot him out there for a 53. He missed from 36, he missed from 50, and he missed from, I want to say, 38 or 39 or something. and you trot him out there for a 53? First of all, I don't even know if Carlos Santos has ever made a 53. Like, I think maybe he made one actually this year. But even if you look at his, stats, if you look at his history, which, Mike Vrabel should have done, he's awful beyond 50. He's terrible. Okay, he's pretty much awful anywhere. I mean, we saw that today. But, there's a reason why he was on the street. But he's particularly awful beyond 45 plus. Like, I think over 50, he's like 50% over 50 plus field goal. Now he's under that. Now he's probably 40%. So why on earth are you trotting Carlos Santos out there? I mean, I just want. I mean, if anyone can explain that to me, I'd love to hear it. It doesn't make any sense in the world. You got to go for it on that play. So now let's get to Carlos Santos, who stinks. Carlos Santos, you stink. You stink. I want him gone, as does all of us. And I know he probably won't be gone. I know Mike Vrabel is going to say, let's give him another shot. It was just a bad day. Whatever, I'm going to hold on to him. I want a new kicker. And I know it's hard to find a kicker. I was scrolling on the free agent kicker, scrolling down the list, and I saw literally no one. Maybe Giorgio Tavecchio, but he was awful in the preseason in training camp for the Falcons, so that's not a very good option. The Patriots just signed Young Wei Koo, and he did a pretty good job today, I think. The Patriots hitting a lot of field goals, so you got to do something because Carlos Santos ain't it. Okay, he's shot, he's done, he's finished, he's ruined. Maybe you could try to fix Blair Walsh or something. I don't know, but it can't be Carlos Santos. We're not seeing this again. And, we didn't realize how blessed we were. We're actually very blessed to go from Rob Baronis to Ryan Suckup. And then, I've always watched, other teams in the NFL, especially like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, that have always tried to find that new kicker. And we've had Rob Baronis and Ryan Suckup. But right now, we don't have Ryan Suckup, and guess what? This is what it looks like when you don't have a kicker in this league. It's ugly, and you're going to lose games. You're going to lose games because of the kick situation. And Carlos Santos gets 70% of the blame today. If he hits all his field goals, we win the game, right? We win the game. That was 4 missed field goals. You can add 12 points to the final total. We win the game 19-14, right? And then even if you just say, okay, we'll forget the 53-yarder. We'll take 3 out of the 4 field goals. We still win the game 16-14. So he lost us the game, okay? He lost us the game. But not only did he lose us the game, some other people lost us the game today. Let's go to the quarterback because we have to go to the quarterback. We always go to the quarterback. I mean, although actually for once we didn't start with the quarterback. That's actually new for us. Marcus Mariota. He was good today. He was good today. And I don't know what you people are on. Some of you, I think y'all are just haters. I think the haters out there are just going to hate no matter what. Some people being critical of his performance today. Look, he wasn't perfect. He missed some throws. And boy, do I wish he was just 1 inch, or like just a second, maybe not even a second, just a half a second quicker to see A.J. Brown on that should have been touchdown pass. Either that or for him to have been just 1 inch, back from where he was when he had that illegal forward pass. Other than that, though, and then he threw behind Deion Lewis on one pass. And then, he missed Corey Davis, once. I think he missed maybe 3 or 4 throws. But, dude, he played winning football today, people. What are you talking about? He played winning football today. He played winning football today. He had great plays that were called back. He put the team on his back on damn near a touchdown. But, it ended up being at the 1-yard line, and then we ended up getting the touchdown anyway. He put it all out there, man. I want Mariota, as long as he continues this, and again, no turnovers, 7 touchdowns, 0 interceptions on the season. I, right now, want Marcus Mariota extended. You don't have to do it right now, but he's on track for extension to me. And it doesn't have to be a 5-year deal. It shouldn't be a 5-year deal. I'm looking at a 3-year extension. That's what I would go for. Maybe he wants 4. You have that negotiation. And then you go for, obviously, it doesn't have to be there should not be much guaranteed money in this deal. And if there is, it should be front-loaded. But he's playing winning football to me, man. The problems on this team transcend the quarterback position. If you don't see that, you're a moron. The only quarterbacks that could come in here and would have won the game today instead of Marcus Mariota, maybe Patrick Mahomes, maybe Aaron Rodgers, maybe Tom Brady, maybe a Drew Brees, top 5 elite quarterbacks. I think Jared Goff loses with us today. I think Matt Ryan loses with us today. I think Matthew Stafford loses with us today. I think Phillip Rivers loses with us today. I don't think the quarterback position, unless if you're getting, an elite guy, I don't think the quarterback position would have made a difference today at all. that he was making every throw. The only thing is maybe in one of those, elite guys could have made some extravagant, spectacular play, that Mariota didn't make today in order to win the game. But Stafford loses with us today. Rivers does. I think Deshaun Watson does. I mean, hell, we just saw Matt Ryan lose last week like this. I mean, Matt Ryan played well last week. Didn't matter. The team stunk. I mean, this game transcended the quarterback position. So if y'all are hating on Mariota today, you're just a hater. Point blank simple. I don't know what you want from this guy. He played well today, point blank, period. I thought it was better than his performance against the Colts, better than his performance against Jacksonville, obviously. And then obviously not as good as the Browns or the, what was the game last week? Falcon games. But I thought he played well today. And if you're hating on this performance, you're just hating. I mean, that's just it. And you're already out on the Mariota train, so that's it. So the players that lost us the game, and I don't want to nitpick too much, because there's always going to be, so much nitpicking that you can do. But, these are important things. Derrick Henry got a touchdown, but then inexplicably Jack Conklin is holding, okay? So that was a touchdown that should have been on the board, tie game, okay, at least. Because actually, remember, we missed the field goal. That's what gave the Bills momentum to go down and score the touchdown right after that. So if Derrick Henry scores the touchdown there, I don't think the Bills go down and score a touchdown right after that. I think the only reason they did was because they had the momentum off of the Cairo Santos missed field goal. That's what I believe. So Derrick Henry, and it should have been touchdown. Mariota, and it should have been touchdown. And then the drive when the Bills went down, scored the touchdown in the fourth quarter. Jarrell Casey's call for roughing the passer. And the officials today were awful. The refereeing today was awful. It was terrible. It was god-awful. So many penalties, so many ticky-tack penalties. It was frustrating to watch for all of us that were watching. It was really, really embarrassing, honestly. The officiating today was absolutely awful. I don't even know who this guy was. I'm not really familiar with this new guy, but yeah, he was pretty awful today. And just the whole officiating staff in general. So a lot of ticky-tack, penalties were called today, but especially that Jarrell Casey one, like, what do you want him to do? Like, Jarrell Casey's 300 pounds, dog, and he just hit him with his hip, bro. And like, he was just literally going over him, and then his hip just happened to tap him. Literally, that was it. So officiating today was awful, and that definitely, played a part. But ultimately, man, I just don't think we're coached well enough. I mean, I just think that's just the problem. I think it's Vrabel, and I think it's Arthur Smith. And when I say I think this franchise is in trouble, I think it's as simple as this. I don't know what we're going to do at the quarterback position right now, although I believe Mariota deserves an extension. If we continue to go down this road and we finish 7-9, which is where we appear to be headed, I'm not saying that. I'm sticking with my prediction, actually, of 11-5. I know it looks bleak right now, but I'm going to hold on to faith that we can actually wake up and that things will begin to go right for us. I'm going to hold on to that belief. It's not time to abandon ship. Now, if we lose next week in Denver, okay, I'm abandoning ship. We're in trouble. But for right now, I'm going to keep the faith on that. So, I don't know what we're going to do the quarterback position, but what I know is Mike Vrabel is still going to be here next year. I know that 100%. The only way Mike Vrabel is not here is if he loses every other game for the rest of the season. That's not going to happen. Mike Vrabel is going to be here next season. That's a problem. Mike Vrabel stinks. I think it's just that simple. We can't even say, and I know what everyone's going to say, well, you know what? He's a good leader of men. Like, we've been a winning team, and, because of that, the past, year, and then maybe we'll see if we end up being a winning team this year. The locker room, like, we have a good locker room. Like, we don't get many penalties and this, and that. But, dude, wasn't that Mike Mularkey? Like, that was Mike Mularkey's thing. Mike Mularkey's the one that built this culture, built the infrastructure of this locker room, built the culture of, hey, we're a very disciplined football team. Really set the tone, for better or worse. Maybe that's why, we can't break this 9-7 mold. But here's the thing. Mike Mularkey did that, not Mike Vrabel. So what the hell we have Mike Vrabel for? And if this guy's going to continue to make these horrible decisions, these are horrible decisions. He needs either a consultant on the sideline or he needs to be fired. Okay? And I would give him a consultant. I would say, and why is he the head coach? Because first of all, he doesn't coach the defense. That's Dean Pease. Dean Pease is doing a great job. He doesn't do anything for the offense. That's Arthur Smith. Arthur Smith isn't doing a great job. So why is Mike Vrabel here? And, I still don't understand, and I don't really care for Mike Mularkey. I'm not going to sit here and, defend Mike Mularkey and say, oh, Mike Mularkey was a great head coach or anything. But just, We screwed him over. I mean, point blank, period. No matter what you want to call it, we screwed Mike Mularkey over. Okay, that's what we did in order to bring in this guy. Why? The point was that, he was supposed to take us to the next level. This is our next level guy. And Mike Mularkey took us to the playoffs and we won a playoff game. And right now, it doesn't look like we're going to the playoffs. What did we bring in Mike Vrabel for? What was the point? Just because he was John Robinson's boy? Just because they're boys? That's it? That was literally the only reason. That was all. Oh, that's all you got? That's all you got? I mean, this is ridiculous. So Mike Vrabel, I'm done with, and y'all know I didn't like the Mike Vrabel hire. First of all, he was a bad defensive coordinator, and then everyone's telling me he's a great leader. Man, okay, are you seeing it? I'm not seeing. I'm seeing the same. This is the same team, and maybe it's worse because we're on pace for 7-9. That's what we're on pace for after 5 games. What's the deal? And again, I have no doubt, like, if we had an Aaron Rodgers or a Patrick Mahomes or a Drew Brees, yeah, we'd be a better team. We'd be a playoff team. But that's the case for almost any coach in the NFL. So, and I don't think that guy's coming down or coming through the door anytime soon. So, we got to get a new head coach. I want Lincoln Riley. I'm interested in Kellen Moore. He's very young. I don't know if he can lead the locker room yet, but I'm interested in Kellen Moore. I'm interested in, I don't think he's going to leave Stanford, but David Shaw. But I love Lincoln Riley, dog. Oh, I love Lincoln Riley. And I don't think we're going to make that decision. I don't think Amy Adams Strunk is going to make that decision. I don't think John Robinson is going to make that decision. The necessary decision to cut bait and move on from Mike Vrabel. In this league, you either need an elite quarterback, an elite coach, or both. Preferably both if you want to win Super Bowls. We don't have either. I have more faith in Mariota as a quarterback than Mike Vrabel as a head coach. That's just me. And again, there's only 2 games this year where I thought Mariota, well, actually only 1 game. I'm still going to defend Mariota on that close game. I don't think Mariota played that bad in that close game. Y'all can't keep hating. I really don't think it was that bad. Jaguars was bad. Okay, Jaguars was bad, but again, he got sacked 9 times. So if you want to protect Mariota, guess what? You protect him. He does well. Today he got sacked 5 times, and he still did actually pretty well. He was pretty composed, and he was getting in guys' faces, and he's been pretty tough lately. Mariota one-side extension. He's healthy right now. So, I don't know. It's just frustrating overall because, this is just yet another iteration of the same old Tennessee Titans losing a game very similar to what they lost last year against the Buffalo Bills, against this very team. Like, we just keep seeing the same story. And my hope is that we wake up. My hope is that we flip the switch, and it can happen. It's going to happen, maybe not to us, but it's going to happen. You're going to see teams this year, and maybe around this time of year, and then maybe like for the next 3-4 weeks, you're going to see teams in this league flip the switch, turn things on, go on runs to make the playoffs. You're going to see teams that are doing well right now, like the Buffalo Bills. They're going to do the opposite of that, probably start falling down, miss the playoffs. I still don't have faith in the Buffalo Bills. I think they probably are going to go to the playoffs. But we watched the game today. I don't think Josh Allen's very good at all. Y'all want Josh Allen? Are you sure? I'm taking Mariota over Josh Allen all day. Josh Allen stinks. I don't care. He got his 2 touchdowns, and he stinks. He's very elementary in his decision-making, very basic reads and throws. He's not a very smart quarterback at this stage, and I saw the same thing at Wyoming. He has 5 touchdowns to 7 interceptions on the season. This is what y'all want? Y'all want a new shiny quarterback like Josh Allen? Bro, I'm good. That's Jake Locker we saw out there. What's the difference between Josh Allen and Jake Locker? I want to hear that. Please tell me that. What is the difference between Josh Allen and Jake Locker? Josh Allen's taller, bigger, and healthier. That's it. That's only. And then he has a bit of a stronger arm, but Jake Locker had an arm too, so let's not forget about that. Other than that, bro, Jake Locker, Josh Allen, they're the same damn quarterback, bro. And I'm good. We went down that road. I'm good. I don't need to see none of that. I'm good. Josh Allen stinks. Josh Allen stinks. I mean, y'all want Josh Allen? Are y'all nuts? Josh Allen stinks, bro. I'm good on that. Okay, I'm good on that. So, and I know he doesn't have the greatest weaponry, fine. But his interception today was awful. I'm good. I don't need no Josh Allen. So, I think the Bills are going to start, falling soon. And then hopefully we rise soon. And hopefully we turn it on, man. I'm sticking with my prediction. I know, things are looking bleak. But didn't the Colts, I want to say the Colts started 1-5 last year. Yeah, Colts started 1-5. Texans started 0-3. They turn it on. Teams turn it on, man. I hope we're one of those teams. I hope they figure it out. It doesn't look like they will. But it's going to happen. This is the NFL. You need to understand, this is the NFL. It's going to happen. You need to look out for it. You need to watch out for it. And oh my God, I just saw someone in the chat. If anyone else mentions Jalen Hurts, I might kill myself. What are you people talking about? Jalen Hurts? Oh my God. Don't even mention Jalen Hurts to me. You people think Jalen Hurts is going to be an NFL quarterback. Okay, go ahead. Good luck with that. Good luck. I'm good on that. Okay, all right, cool. So we're going to turn to the chat, and I'm going to answer some questions and then get out of here. And actually, I want to implement this thing. So if you want me to read something specifically, at me. Say at Sports Fan Entertainment, and those are the ones that I'm going to pay most attention to. So at me, at Sports Fan Entertainment in the chat when you want your comment to be read. But Jalen, oh my God, Jalen Hurts. Do not even start that ridiculous conversation. Jalen Hurts. Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh, yeah, and I didn't even mention the drops today. Delaney Walker had a big drop. Deion Lewis had a drop. And I want to say someone else had a drop, too. I think there was another drop I'm forgetting, too. I think there were 3 drops today. But y'all just keep hating. I mean, that's what y'all gonna do. Y'all just keep hating and hating and hating. That's all y'all do. Tybrosian Mojito says thoughts on Roger Saffold. He stinks, and thank you for mentioning him. He stinks. He's awful. He doesn't know what's going on. And I know he and Lawan need to develop rapport. He's been playing with Dennis Kelly for the past number of weeks. So I understand a rapport needs to be built there. But he stinks. He's allowed at least 5 sacks this season, allowed 2 today. By the way, Nate Davis had his struggles today. I will defend him, though he is a rookie, right? Roger Saffold is a veteran getting paid $11 million a year. And we did not pay for this kind of protection and production from him. He stinks. He stinks, and that's a big problem right now. And and we knew Lawan was going to be a little rusty, so he had his holding call, or 2. I think he had 2 holding calls. And he had another mistake as well, so. I mean, you people, I just don't understand you people. Look at, are y'all watching the game? Are y'all watching the game? You really think you think the quarterback is the issue? Are we watching the same game? What game are y'all watching? If you want to watch a game where the quarterback is a problem, watch the Green Bay Packers versus Chicago Bears Week 1. Mitchell Trubisky was a problem. If you want to see a game where the quarterback is a problem, watch. What's another game? I mean, actually, the quarterback play this year has been pretty damn good. Watch any Redskins game ever this season. Okay, if you want to see where the quarterback is a problem. Quarterback, watch Jameis Winston Week 1. Quarterback has not been the problem, especially today. I mean, I don't know what some of you people are watching. Anyway, Brad Morton says, oh, I lost it. Let me scroll back up and see it again. I lost it. Okay, yeah, so I forgot it again. So Brad Morton says, is Buffalo a good team or does Tennessee just play that bad? Buffalo has a very good defense. Extremely good. Top 2 defense, right next to Chicago. Offense stinks, but it's good enough to win most games. They've won them 4 out of 5 games this season. I do think they will, well, at least right now, I think they'll make the playoffs. Right now, the wild card isn't very difficult. It's not a very intense battle for the wild card. You're not going to win your division. So we'll see. I still have my doubts because, I don't know, that offense is not very impressive. Frank Gore ended up with a decent stat line today, but he was not rushing well early in the game and for most of the game until the fourth quarter. I don't think Buffalo's that good. I think they're a fringe playoff team to me. We'll see. All right, Tyson Williams says Allen was a better quarterback today. Let's get real, bro. What are you talking about? Did we watch the same game? Did Josh Allen not have a horrible interception that gave the Titans room to get? Yeah, no, they put them in scoring position and they got the touchdown. He literally almost threw the game away. And then, yeah, he had the 2 touchdowns. One was wide open. Congratulations. The other was, I can't even remember, actually. I missed that one because I had to go out for a minute, and I missed that one. But I don't know what you're talking about. Josh Allen was not the better quarterback today. Perfect Shot says, Sports Fan Entertainment, do you think Amy Adams-Strunk should fire John Robinson? He sucks in my opinion. The talent's there. Now, I don't like his decision to hire Mike Vrabel. That's his biggest L. But the talent's there. Like, A.J. Brown's a beast. He drafted him. I like what Rashawn Evans has been giving us. He drafted him. I like what Adoree Jackson has done for the most part. We see what Corey Davis and the talent that he has. Like, he's drafted well. Kevin Byard is a beast. And what a great interception by Kevin Byard. I didn't mention him. But, Kevin Byard's a beast. Now, he's had his bust. He had his Kevin Dodd and, some other bust in there. But he's a damn good GM in this league. He's not the problem. I just wish he didn't hire his boy, Mike Vrabel. All right, Pharaoh Jocko says, you haven't talked about the drops of the receivers. Yeah, I just mentioned that just a little bit. Yeah, I want to say there were 2, maybe 3, but Delaney Walker had one. Adam Humphries had one. Again, so Mario was 13 of 22. That is it's over 60%. And there were 3 drops. So I don't know what you people want. I know what you people want. I don't know what you want. And he had 8.3 yards a target or per attempt. What do you people want from this guy? Whatever. All right. Said Gilmer 1104 says Derrick Henry a top 10 running back right now. Yes, although the running backs in this league are quite good right now. Like Dalvin Cook and Leonard Fournette and Christian McCaffrey are beasting it up. Obviously, you still have the talent that you can't lie and you can't ignore of Ezekiel Elliott, Todd Gurley, David Johnson. Although David Johnson's not playing very well right now, so I don't know if I'm putting David Johnson on that list. But I Saquon Barkley, obviously. So it's a hard time to be a top 10 running back, but I put him in there. I like Derrick Henry, and I want to extend him. Point blank period, I want Derrick Henry extended. All right, and he should have had 2 touchdowns today. Tybrosia Mojito also says, what about our OL getting like 7 penalties? Yeah, exactly. Thank you for mentioning that. 7 penalties on the offensive line. 7 penalties on the offensive line. False starts, holding calls. Y'all want to keep him in the quarterback position, though? Okay. Extreme Nation says, what do you think our record is going to be? I'm sticking with 11-5. I'm going to believe, for better or worse, foolish or not, that we are going to wake up and that we are going to win 11 games and we are going to make the playoffs. Someone is going to literally clip this and call me out whenever we go 7-9. But that's what I believe, and I'm sticking with it, man. And it's tough. It's tough to sit here and to say that, but I think you have to just stick with your predictions until it's over. And it's not over yet. Okay. D. Davis 24 says Jonnu Smith. So first of all, Jonnu Smith. Okay, you guys know my relationship and my opinion on Jonnu Smith. He stinks. And my thing is, look, he looks like Tarzan, man. He looks great. When you get him the ball, man, and he's in space, he can run. Why did this guy not run straight on that catch? Can anyone tell me? Can anyone explain that? Why did this guy not run straight? I know there was a cornerback on the right side that was catching up to him, but he literally had Adam Humphries and I want to say Tajay Sharp right next to him blocking him. If he runs straight, that's a touchdown. Like we saw him run away from the Dallas Cowboys, or maybe it's Houston Texans, from the Houston Texans. That's a touchdown. And he had a convoy. But then he just starts weaving, and then he gets tackled. What are you doing? Run straight. Jonnu Smith is a moron. I mean, let's just call it what it is. But if you give him the ball in space, he's fantastic. All right, Omar Nowabi says, Dennis Kelly at O-line over Conklin. I wouldn't go that far. Obviously, I want to say Conklin had at least one holding call. May have had another one too, but I wouldn't go that far. All right, AJ Alexander says J-Rob gets no pass for being cheap and not playing suck up. and we need to cut out that that wildcat BS. Well, I mean, Suckup's under contract, so I don't know what you're talking about there. Suckup just got injured. But I do agree with that, the wildcat stuff. Why are we doing this wildcat stuff? It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It literally just does not work. Like, we're better off just running the football in a normal formation. Like, if someone run the numbers, I guarantee our yards per attempt on these stupid wildcat plays is less than when we just run the football. Like, I guarantee. Like, I can't tell you more than like 2 plays where we've actually been successful on this stupid wildcat thing. I don't know why we continue to run this stupid wildcat thing. They know what we're gonna do. We're just gonna run. It's just Derrick Henry. He's just gonna run it. That's literally it. That's all the trickery that's going on there. That's it. That's all there is. Enough with this wildcat nonsense. Sean Bernard Jr. says, who are you looking to trade for at the deadline to maybe revamp this team a little? It's not talent. Like, the problem with this team is not talent. Like, the talent's there. Either they just don't want to show up that day or the coaching isn't there. And I think that falls on coaching. So if we could trade for a head coach, hey, is Sean McVay available? Is Sean Payton available? That's who we need to trade for. The talent's there. Although I still want Kenyon Drake. If we get Kenyon Drake or maybe T.J. Yeldon. T.J. Yeldon has actually had a little bit of some juice to him. We need a receiving back. Deion Lewis stinks. I didn't have my Deion Lewis rant today. Deion Lewis, you stink. Oh, and someone on Twitter, man, this is fantastic. I'm using this. I'm sorry, I'm taking this. We are now calling Deion Lewis Deion McCluster because he looks like Dexter McCluster 2.0. A dude that was for another team, he did well. You know, nice receiving back, came in here and did diddly squat. Okay, he is now Deion McCluster to me, and that is how he will be referred to on this channel. All right, Lil Debbie says, how do we fix the interior offensive line? Well, we need better coordination. The O-line coach and Arthur Smith need to come together. They need to come up with better protection schemes. They need to sit down with the OL. They need to work. They need to work it out. Coaching needs to be done there. Like, point blank, period, that's it. Coaching needs to be done there. Coordination. Like, offensive coordination is more than just calling plays. Like, you literally need to, come up with schemes and protection for your offensive line and be able to coach them and coordinate them well. That's not happening right now. It's a big problem. All right, what else do we have here? Silentium says, why is it so hard to hire a good offensive coordinator? Because there's just not many. And one that I always wanted was like Greg Roman. I was also interested in Darrell Bevell, who's actually doing good things for the Detroit Lions right now. But we wanted to stay in-house, and we wanted to promote Arthur Smith. Yay. All right, what else do we have here? And the other frustrating thing is, let's say, and I don't know if this is going to happen. I doubt it's going to happen. But let's say Mike Vrabel actually wises up after this year and fires Arthur Smith. And he brings in, I can't tell you, like, who's the next up-and-coming offensive coordinator right now, but let's say a new up-and-coming, quarterback coach, a wide receiver coach with new ideas who's going to come in here and be a great offensive coordinator. Fantastic. Let's do it. I'm down for it. We go 11-5 that year. Yes! He's gone. He's the head coach. What do we do now? That's the problem. That's why you need your head coach to be either like a very, very, very strong head coach. Like Mike Tomlin, although Mike Tomlin doesn't call the defense, although he's not an offensive guy, he is a very strong head coach. Like, that is a true leader, man, Mike Tomlin. Like, I know Mike Tomlin, he definitely probably should have at least gone to the Super Bowl when they had the killer bees and everything. But, I mean, for the dude to make the playoffs consistently as he has over the past decade, and he has a Super Bowl ring to his name, like, Mike Tomlin's a good coach. So, a Mike Tomlin type, that's fine. But other than that level, like Mike Tomlin and, I mean, who else really fits in that category? Maybe John Harbaugh. Yeah, John Harbaugh is like a special teams coach. But other than that, dude, you need an offensive or defensive guru as your head coach, man, because you need something that can always be consistent on your team that's not going to change. It's not relying on the coordinators. Like, it's just there. Like, and Bill Belichick at this point, like, he's very involved in defense, but he does let his coordinators do pretty much everything. Or not pretty much everything, but call plays and be more, doing stuff day to day. So yeah, Bill Belichick is another one of those types that is just the overseer and the head coach, the emperor, in the case of Bill Belichick. So other than that, though, you really need an offensive or defensive guru as your head coach because they keep that side of the football consistent, no matter who the coordinator are. That he always keeps that consistent. Right now, we're not getting that in Mike Vrabel because he can't coach defense. He was a horrible defensive coordinator for the Houston Texans. And right now, he has delegated those duties to DPs. Good. And DPs isn't going anywhere. Fantastic. Until he retires, and that is coming soon, so watch out for that. Hell, it might be after this year because he's just going to be like, man, I'm getting sick of this shit. So, it's a problem. It's a problem. All right. Just a couple more questions, and then we will get out of here. Pharaoh Jocko asks, do you think Corey Davis is a true number one wide receiver? I do. And, he was facing Tre'Davious White today, who's a very good cornerback. And, our passing game really wasn't there for all of the game. So I'd have to just sit down and watch the tape to see if he was getting open. But, just in general, I absolutely do. And I love this duo right now in A.J. Brown and Corey Davis. And damn, A.J. Brown almost had another touchdown, dog. Ugh. But Mariota was just at the line of scrimmage. And again, they could have called that, that he was on the line of scrimmage and that they could have called that back and said that was a touchdown. But, whatever. I'll grant it for them because in that case, like, they called on the field that it was a legal forward pass. So they just said it was inconclusive. Fine. But, man, so close. All right, so Amaranth Beast asks, do you think we can win our next three? I think we do. Broncos, Chargers, and Buccaneers. So we go at the Broncos, and then we host the Chargers and the Buccaneers. And I don't think it even matters if you host teams anymore. We have no home field advantage. We're 0-2 at home. So I don't think that really matters anymore. But look, here's the thing. We should have won today. Or at least, we should have won today, actually. And there's not been one game this year that we have not been projected to win other than the Cleveland game. And yet we're 2-3. Like, we were projected to beat the Jaguars. We were favored by Vegas. We lost. Projected to beat the Colts. Favored by Vegas and lost. Projected to beat the Bills. And lost. And we're the Vegas favorites here as well. Now, those weren't heavy favorites. Maybe the Colts one was like the heaviest. I think in that game we were like -6 or maybe -7. So like we haven't lost. And then like here today we were -3, and then Jaguars, I want to say we're like -1.5 or something. So we haven't been like huge favorites losing, but we've been favorites and we've been losing. So when you look at those three games, when you look at the Broncos, you look at the Chargers, you look at the Bucks, yeah, I think we're better, or at least like just as talented as all of those teams. I think we're definitely better than the Broncos. Should we win each of those games? Yes. Will we? Probably not. And I hope we do. And if we do, then that might be the indication that switch has flipped. And because I'm predicting that switch will flip, I'll say, okay, we'll win those next three. We have to. If we're going to go 11-5, then yeah, we pretty much would have to win the next three. And I think after that we face Carolina. It's in Carolina, and Carolina's actually looking pretty decent right now, so I think we'll lose that one. But hopefully we do. And I told you that I brought out the garbage bags for Marcus Mariota and Arthur Smith, that I went to the store and I bought them after the Colts game. And I brought them out of the closet after the Jaguars game. Then I put them back in the closet after last week's game against the Falcons. Now I'm bringing the trash bags back out. But it ain't for Marcus Mariota, Vrabel, and Arthur Smith. The problem is, they're probably not going anywhere, which is unfortunate. But I'm almost done with these guys. And I'm pretty much already done with Vrabel, honestly. I've seen... it's tough, though, because, again, I do think we are going to turn it on. But I do think he's an idiot. I just think he's just a moron. He's just not a very smart guy, at all. And that's not going to change. So that's a very scary thing. Like, wow, our head coach is actually an idiot. It sucks. But hopefully we do. I'm going to say that we do. Maybe that's just me being foolishly optimistic, but that's what I'm going to say. So with that said, we will end this live stream. Thank you for joining me after yet another Tennessee Titans loss. I'm sure they'll come out and they'll beat the Broncos in Denver next week because that's their move. And I'll be right here to discuss it. Until next time, this has been MJ Sports Fan Entertainment, and I'm out. See you all later.